It's not true.
It is.
I'm not gonna let you dog yourself. No, because
what happened?
I'm not gonna let you dog yourself.
We're fixing this car. I hope you drive it.
I'm the world's biggest hypocrite. I said I would not be wide bodying this car, and here I am. Is this technically a wide body install if we're only doing the front? I don't know, maybe I'll leave that up to you guys, but today we're going to be throwing on Crown Carbon Crafting front wide body fenders on this car, because if you guys are not caught up, when we went ahead and put our wide fab on, our fitment is astronomical. We have crazy front poke, and that is just not okay, and we're gonna go ahead and throw some Crown Carbon front fenders on here. Now shout out to Crown Carbon Crafting. You can actually see one of their rear fenders right there for our 350Z. They were so kind to send this stuff out to us to make our car look a little bit better, so I'm gonna link them down below. So if you're looking for any body parts for your Z, definitely check them out.
Yeah, bud.
That's where you think it needs to be. All right, here's what we're gonna do. You don't move. I have an idea.
I want you to grab a Clico, pinch these together.
I don't. So how we're gonna go about this car is we're gonna make sure that the fender placement and front bumper extension fit together nicely. We're gonna use a Clico clip to hold them together so we can keep them as one piece. And we're gonna leave the cutting for last. So this is just like the 350 over fender kit from Crown Carbon Crafting. A little bit different in the sense that now we have a front bumper extension, which is what we're gonna be Clicoing together so we can kind of get a more solid fitment of what this is supposed to sit like.
No, it's just...
This is way too far now.
Love Clico.
Rusty bitch. Thanks. Okay, well, now that that is in, that fits pretty good. So with this front bumper extension, originally we thought it lines up on the inside of this line, but that's actually not the case. Because this is a wide body and because it's kind of meant for drifting, we're gonna be taking out some of the front bumper here. So we actually figured out the body line is off of the DRL light. So you wanna be following this line while making sure that your front bumper gap is still pretty decent, because we're gonna have one more piece of hardware where the front bumper and fender meets. But what's important is that we line this up correctly so that once we drill this, we can kind of radius off this extra overhang of the bumper. That looks pretty good.
Looks really
That
good.
looks really good.
Smoke it a hole, Teach. Smoke it a hole.
Okay. Crown Carbon has a pretty interesting cut line because you have this like half fender and then it's all like stock fender here. So when you cut it, you want to cut like right at the exact line. Like I don't actually start radiusing or like cutting away the fender until this point. I'm gonna cut like a horizontal notch and then pretty much start my line. And you can pretty much cut like 2 to 3 inches up around the whole entire thing. Some people cut a lot more, some people cut a lot less. The honest truth is we don't even really need to get rid of the stock fender because right now like we have full lock to lock and we're not like losing anything. So we don't need to get rid of that much. We'll cut a little bit out and then I'm actually gonna leave just a little bit of the front bumper right here just because the only front bumper attachment that I have on this car is the front bumper to the stock fender bolt hole right here. And then we'll radius right in here. So it's gonna be kind of a weird line because we don't really need to cut that much. And if we don't have to, then we won't. We just need to cut on the inside of that line, trim a little bit more than what you see. Pretty much I'm just gonna mark our horizontal line of where we actually can start getting away fender, and then I'll just trim up, follow that line up, and then I'm gonna dodge where that front bumper connects, and we'll radius the rest. So now with the stock fenders cut, we can go ahead and put our over fenders on and get the final look. So as always, we're gonna be using Downstar hardware. It's just the easiest thing to use when putting on over fenders and stuff. We like to pre-thread everything, squeezes right in. We don't have to deal with the back nuts, the well nuts, whatever you wanna call them. Do a little boom, a little of that. Can I have a little of this? Thank you. That one's gonna not stay down by itself. And then we'll do this last one.
Pro tip, do not put these down all the way and super tight. That's not how well nuts work. You'll just cut the rubber and then it'll fail.
It looks like I'm pushing down onto the bolt, but I'm not. I'm actually pushing down on the over fender so it sits as close as possible, and then just with light pressure, just tighten up the bolt, and the walnut reacts best that way. If you just over tighten it, it will just pull pull through. So there's a fine line that Calvin and I have mastered over the years. We've just learned how to do it. But I know a lot of you guys are buying this hardware for your car because Frank tells me. So for those that are buying it, listen up because this will help you in the long run.
It is super important.
It's like,
important not to tighten it all the way.
Rather than pushing this bolt like this,
yeah, don't do that.
I'll push the fender,
Yeah.
get it as close as possible, and then look, just with my fingers, I'm tightening it.
Just let the well nut do
its job. It's hired to do that one job.
Put the biscuit in the basket.
Just put it up top where mama keeps the cookies and you'll be all right.
I'm gonna interrupt today's video to give a quick product highlight to one of my favorite products from Meguiar's. Typically, you guys hear me talk about the hybrid ceramic wax, which is one of the 3 products in the ceramic family, but today, I wanna show you guys a little secret, and that is the hybrid ceramic detailer. The detailer is pretty much the upkeep product. Once you lay down your hybrid ceramic wax, the hybrid ceramic detailer kind of helps give the secondary update to keep things fresh and to help provide an extra sealant to the wax you previously put on. Now, obviously, I'm a huge fan of the ceramic family from Meguiar's, and that's pretty much because it's the next evolution of protection when it comes to cleaning your car. In the world of ceramic wax, there are places where you can drop your car off and get it 100% done professionally, and then there is a DIY version, which is what I like to use myself. Now, my Supra is clean right now, and 2 days ago, I applied the hybrid ceramic wax on the car. Now, I'm gonna upkeep it with the detailer. This will help keep the water beading effect alive and help remove any dust or contaminants that are left on the car right now. Just like all the other products, lightly mist the car and wipe it down. After spraying the portion of the car that previously had the wax on it and making sure to use a dry side of the towel to make sure there is no spray left over, that's it. That will help keep the ceramic protection alive and keep the beading active. That concludes my Meguiar's pro tip of the day. And now let's get back to today's video.
And we already have the other side done too. Boom, it's magic. What? How did that happen? What?
You didn't come here yesterday and do that?
What? You guys didn't notice we're wearing 2 different outfits from what you just watched in the beginning of the video because Okay, this is weird because this never ever happens. It's almost like these over fenders were designed around WiseFab because with WiseFab, you have to run spacers off the wheel to make sure you clear the upper A-arm, and even with WiseFab and like a 10mm spacer, that fitment is literally perfect. What? And keep in mind too, we're running about -4 degrees of camber. Had it have been squared up, it might not even work, but that's absolutely money. And these coilovers are like maxed out too. The mic was off the whole entire time.
We have a list here. We
have a big list of things.
TJ hosed me for my bad handwriting.
Calvin writes like a 4-year-old. There's a big list of things. It doesn't look like that much stuff. It's all like baby work. We're driving on Wednesday. We need to get everything ready. We have 2 days to do everything. Pretty much the main thing we need to do is weld the diff, and the other thing is like, you know, we actually realized we need to clearance more of the front fenders. We're still hitting a little bit, little stuff like that. We have 2 days to do it. Totally have confidence that we can do it. I'll be bummed if we fail, but I don't think we will. And you're adding more to the list. Why?
Because it's the most important.
TJ is a chotch. Okay.
Chacha Roach.
You're
Roach.
Okay, so this video is now a compilation of 3 days, and I haven't posted for 3 days, so I apologize. But it's Memorial Weekend, so we're kind of having a little bit of a little vacation time. But regardless, this car has a whole bunch of laundry list stuff that I went over with you guys in the previous clip. We've already fixed all of them. We went over everything, double checked it. It's all good. We're gonna drop the diff today, and then tomorrow, which is the day before we go to the track, we're gonna weld it and get it all set up. So let's remove the diff. Shouldn't take us too long. I got Kevin and Calvin here helping out, so we should fly through this.
Oh.
Well, our diff is open. I'm gonna drain out all the remaining oil out of this thing. Then we're gonna weld this thing up so we don't have this open diff anymore where both axles spin the opposite direction. And we'll have our drift set up, baby.